It says we're live, so we must be live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Canadian Brick Builders, episode 179. This time I got it right on YouTube when I created the chat. I fixed the old one. It was 188, now it's 178. We're joined by Etienne, and Matt might join us at some point as well. And maybe Dave, if he's not, no, I'm not going to make any water jokes. Forget it. I was going to say if he's not underwater, but no. That would just be mean and rude.
Under a tarp. Let's say he's under a tarp.
Yeah, well, I know he ripped out the walls this weekend, so hopefully most of it's averted now, and they're just waiting for the place to dry out a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, been thinking about him for the past few days too, about how bad water can be, and not a great week also to start watching. I have Discovery Plus. And there was a disasters type show that's like airing weekly, and they're talking about like tornadoes. And then they had an episode for the derecho, which was the storm that hit Peterborough like 2 or 3 years ago, and like knocked most of our power poles down. And my power was out for 7 days that time. And then you get ones into flooding and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I shouldn't really watch these things because anyway. But
now, luckily, I'm lucky. I've never had such disaster in my area. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
luckily,
I had a couple inches of water in here in the basement, but it never actually hit the walls. It just puddled in the main area. So I mean, the worst thing was that the wooden legs of these Ivar racks got a little damp, but most of them have tape on the bottom. So I just pulled the tape off, and they were fairly okay. The tape was because I painted the floor and didn't move the racks, because the first year, I think the first or second year I was here, I had a few little holes in the ground, like, in the concrete, you get those little divots, mm-hmm. those little areas, and some water. We had a bad storm for a couple of days, and the water penetrated underneath the foundation and came up. So I researched it, and there was a product you could buy that's basically just a really thick plasticized paint or rubberized paint. So I just did 2 or 3 coatings on the floor and never had a problem since. So, it's like a crack sealer at least. I mean, eventually it will probably break through, but
the worst I've was part of is an earthquake when I was like 9, 10 years old, mm-hmm. back where I used to live. So and no damage at all at the house.
Yeah. My aunt's wanting me tonight. I don't know why. So yeah, how's it going? How have you been doing?
Work, honestly. Didn't do much Legos, but with our Brickomany show, mm-hmm. a lot of positive comments, 1 or 2 questioning, but I mean, other than that, it's amazing, all the comments, the good comments, and the mailing list. A lot of people registered our mailing list. Like we had within a week, we had like 58 new people sign in on our mailing list.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, so the news is getting out there, right?
Yeah, and we're working on some. We had a meeting last night on it, and working on some pretty cool stuff. Hopefully, it's going to be fun for everyone who's going to join.
Yeah, cool. Well, looking forward to it.
Yeah, main comments. People were happy because it was still during vacation time, but just before school, and close to a Lego store. That's one comment we've seen also a couple times.
Definitely a bonus for sure. Yeah. And I mean, and it's the bigger of the 2 Lego stores too. I don't think the one is that the Point Claire one? No, the Point Claire one is at the.
It's a bit farther.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's the one from
when I was there, but I think I'm trying to think now. And I might be getting Atlanta confused in my head, because the further one from the Atlanta convention is the smaller one. Are they about the same size in Montreal? Do you not remember?
I think they're about the same size, but honestly, I'll be honest, I've only wanted the one in Laval because it's about 5 minutes from my job, and it's usually I'm sleeping at the Sheraton, so I'm just walking by, and
So you know that hotel well then?
Yeah, I know it by heart, so I know all the floors.
That's definitely a bonus. So.
No, and Lego store, they're starting to know me when they see me coming in. They say, "Oh, you're coming for the group of Quebec," because I've created a messenger chat for all the people from Quebec, from Quebec, and I'm telling, hey guys, I'll be in Montreal that date, and I'll send you pictures of the brick and of the wall, and let me know if you want me to buy something. So,
and then that makes sense. I mean, you're there, why not, right? I know there's
Exactly.
people, there's a Facebook, there at least there was, I don't know if it's still going on, but there's a lug bulk or a Lego pick a brick,
Yeah, still
um a Facebook group where people will go into a store and say, I'm here for the next hour or two, here's what's available, what do you want, and they ship them across the states and everywhere. Like they'll ship people Lego cups.
okay.
Like they'll
No,
take the cups. Well, now that's boxes, it's probably going to be a little cheaper anyhow. They ship the boxes or cups and stuff, right? And
I didn't know there was a group that started. I thought it was
yeah,
you're talking about the one from Pick a Brick, and you're just posting of what it was in any Lego stores in Canada.
there was one of those, but I know, and like I said, I haven't seen it for a while because I haven't really been looking. But when I was looking for bricks for the castle, I was looking for those 1x2 bricks with the rounded top, the quarter round
Mhm.
on it. I was looking for hundreds of those, and I was trying to find stores that had them, and so I was closely following that group. But like I said, haven't followed it closely lately because I don't need a part that badly. But hello, Axel, welcome. We got 8 people watching already, so that's good.
Good, good.
Um, so yeah, so not much building, but planning.
Yeah, mainly planning, and we're still looking to have a smaller one in Quebec City. You know,
Yep.
a 1 day event on a. We're looking at a specific date, but I mean, uh,
Mm-hmm.
we're a bit last minute, and the date we're looking in October. It's all the nice places are already booked, or
Yeah.
they're way too expensive. So you know,
Yeah.
we've looked a bit further down, south or east, but we got to make sure that people are going to drive like 20 minutes more.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So, I spent most of my last week. I did some tidying in the Lego room. You can't really tell, although I did find a bin to fit my building, my tallest building.
oh yeah,
And
the
you
the
can see
one.
it here. Hmm?
Yep,
So
that one.
that one fits the base of it. It doesn't get the height, but all I needed was handles. Really, like I don't mind if it sticks out. It'll go in my car anyhow.
Okay.
So I have now a bin that I can use to that fits the tallest building quite nicely. So I was looking for that over the weekend, and um, I, as you can see, the modules are kind of,
Yep.
there's
I see it a
modules
bit.
laying here, which weren't here last week. So my castle has been disassembled for the most part. Let's see if I can get an angle.
Oh,
Arg.
ready.
Well, yeah, it's mostly cleared out. I did leave the one row. Um, my name's in the way. I did leave the one row here, on that table, because I'm starting to work on my 2-foot expansion, which I actually just started this today, getting my groundwork in.
When I disturbed you just before the.
Yeah, I was building frantically. Well, frantically, I was building, and then I heard the beep, and you joined. I was like, okay, fine. But part of my whole activities this week too was I was trying to tidy up, and I did tidy up. I had a couple of bins of Lego that my kids, my ex's mom gave me because it was Lego that we had given for the kids to play with at her house, and Lego that they had as a kid at their house, and they didn't want it. So they gave it to me, and I hadn't really looked through, like, it was an old 4-liter ice cream pail of Lego, and I had never really looked through it, and it's been sitting here for months, years. And so I started looking through it and sorting it, just, grabbing all the junk out, because there was some
On Lego.
like Tyco type bricks and stuff in it. So I sorted that out. But then I came across this piece. I was like, hey, that's Fabuland. Cool. And then I
Yeah.
came across this piece. I'm like, okay, I have 1 or 2 of these car bases. And that was almost all the Fabuland I found. But I also found the little piggy guy in that
Holy.
bin, and 1 red spaceman with, I think, white legs or something like that. But so these are the 3 Fabuland characters I have. This is the only one I had as a kid. These 2 I've acquired through used lots here and there, or wherever I found them. I don't know. So I figured, you know what? They're going on a little stand, because this will remind me every once in a while, if I'm doing a Bricklink order, maybe I'll pick up a
1 or 2 to add
1 or
to it.
2. Yeah, I think they're adorable. So
I
I
never
always
had
loved
any
them as a kid,
Fabuland
even
when I was
though,
a kid.
yeah, even though I was like kind of too old for them, I still love the characters, because it's like animals, right?
Who's
So,
who's who's too old for
um,
Legos? Whatever the type
well,
is.
I meant for that, like the age range on those was very
Wow.
young, is what I meant. So, I think I said hello to Axel Plate.
Yeah.
Hello to us, and small lug meeting this weekend, but sadly still waiting on a pab order. I was fortunate this week. I got my small pab order in. And as I posted in our group chat, I got crabs. And then the Wolfpack torsos, which are back in. Jeff in our group had said the Wolfpack torsos are sold out. They came on, they sold out, and I just looked a few minutes ago, and they're on again. And I also realized that there was these little 2x4 tiles that are like the metallic silver. So I grabbed like 5 of them just because, well, I needed to hit that threshold for the order, and I didn't want to order too many crabs because But now I'm trying to figure out if crabs would belong in like a freshwater lake, and I don't think they do. So
I don't think so.
No, because I was gonna put some on the castle, and then I went, well, that's probably not.
Oh, just play a game, hide them, and somewhere in your castle, and ask people to find them.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and I do have that activity right now for the find a figure thingy, but yeah, I could always put some extra things in.
Well, it'll be easy to orange on gray, so might be fairly easy.
Maybe.
Unless you really hide them.
I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure what I'm putting in this green space yet, so I was still throwing those ideas around in my head, so maybe there'll be places to put them there.
How do you carry your big castle? How are you going to carry it? Not just in boxes, small boxes, or?
Well, I mean, by small, I'm using. Hold on, actually, I'll pull up a picture because give me 2 seconds here. I'll pull up a picture of the bin that I bought a 6th bin this week, and normally I pull up my photos anyhow, so I can kind of see what happened.
Usually, when I'm carrying my GBCs or my firefighter sets, it's always in big bins, the 102-liter bins, and I put a lot of old T-shirts right between, so they don't move and they don't get damaged.
Yeah,
and it works well.
Yeah,
but honestly, I'll be testing them like for a 10-hour drive. We'll see. Well, those are the bins I'm buying.
These are the 189 liter, like large bins. They fit 248 base plates. Yeah, so they fit 248 base plates in them with some space on the sides. Like they're not exact. Like they're 39 inches wide on the top, but they're about 34 or so inside. So these are like Walmart bins. They're like $40 to buy one. I had 5. I bought a 6th one because with the addition of the keep in this green space, I'm probably going to need more bin space because I know I was running out. And I had in my trailer, I had a stack of 3 of these and a stack of 2, so I have room for one more. So of course, the one I got ended up having a black lid, which is actually not bad because I'll put the heaviest 2 ones in there, so I know that's the heavy bin. They're all heavy, but like these bins are heavy enough when they have the castle in it that when I bring them upstairs, I open the bin, empty the contents, bring the bin upstairs, then carry the contents upstairs individually, and then repack the bin. So
holy crap! Okay.
So in my future, I will hopefully have a house that I'll get a basement level garage as a secondary garage.
Yep.
Like they make houses, or you can get houses designed now that have like an upper garage and a lower garage underneath.
Mm-hmm.
The doors are just going different directions because they structurally can build it now with all the support beams that they can do. So it's expensive.
That's exactly the bins, but it's the 102 liters, and usually they often come at a cheaper price at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, I didn't know if they sold Sterilite ones.
No, it's not the Sterilite though. It's their own. It's the blue, the black and blue cover.
Oh yeah.
Or Costco. Costco have the same, but with red.
So whenever I go for shopping for a bins, I'm bringing measuring tapes with me because I'm always looking for stuff that fits 48 by 48 base plates. So even if the exterior does, when you get down there, if it's not 15 inches or a little bit over 15, I will not buy it.
Yeah, because sometimes the bins are going a bit towards the interior.
Exactly. So
yeah, no, I had the issue with those bins, but I've started with all of them, so I can't switch models now.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 3 different styles of bins. I've got 5 of a smaller version that are, I think, more Home Depot style ones, and then I ended up buying 3 more. No, I have 6 of those, and then I ended up buying 3 more from a Home Hardware because the Home Depot no longer sold the bin that I bought the first 6. So I found one at Home Hardware that was discontinued, but a store like an hour away had them. So I purposely drove out one day to get them.
Okay.
And they're not cheap, but you also need heavy duty because if they can't support, like especially going to shows in November and January, like driving out to Atlanta, the bins have to be able to endure a bit of cold and
Yep.
like a bit.
But
Bit of,
like I said, if you have old T-shirts, put them as separators. And honestly, it's I've seen that. I don't remember where I've seen that, but that's what I'm using instead of putting any cardboards or something. And
yeah, I'm just using all the wrapping paper from like all the filler paper that Lego throws into their boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I use that. I use like poly airbags that come in the Amazon orders. Like I literally have bins in my sunroom and upstairs that are basically just full of that paper. Because I just use that to pack things in, and if they can't move, then they're probably not going to fall apart. Exactly. And everything, like for example, I can reach one of the towers. All my towers are in a bag.
Okay,
so if something falls off, it's secured, and I know it goes to this, right? So I'm not going to put that back. But
you're gonna have bricks all over.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, that was the guy I found. Oh, there was a hat too, and then a red spaceman with a red cap.
Wow.
And it's fairly faded, but I was like, hey, cool, a spaceman. Yeah, there's the three of them. Then I found a bin for my thingy. I started taking the castle apart. Gives you an idea how tall the keep is when you look at the rest of the castle. Well, this is missing all the walls, of course, like all the upper level walls.
So how long is it going to take you to rebuild it once you're?
It should be about probably about 6 to 8 hours. To get the base of it done, and then just the minifigures around the outside, because those are
with all the chatting going around also included.
Yeah, with that too. It'll probably take me. I think we're gonna be able to load in late on Wednesday night. So I'll probably get the table set up Wednesday night and get the bases all in, and then start the rest of it on Thursday. So, yeah, good fitting bag. These are like the extra large Ziploc bags. They don't close, but they don't need to, as long as everything's inside. So, I also as I was looking at the castle, taking it apart, I was realizing, and you can kind of see it here, that the studs it wasn't tiled properly underneath a lot of this. So I basically went around the castle and I took some pictures of this area because I couldn't reach this area. But I went around and I put red brick around the areas that I had to retile. So that's why those modules are over here, because I retiled, like I took off that anything that had extra studs. Like you can kind of see here, there's a few studs sitting out, so those got changed over to tiles. So I'm just basically doing all the stuff I never got a chance to do over the years.
Awesome.
And this just shows like my pathway has actually all come off, but now because the keep has changed inside, the pathway doesn't quite fit. But all my pathways fit into foam. Like I just use cushion foam, and I built like hand sewed basically a bunch of holders for all the pathways to fit in. So if I change the pathway, then I got to redo that, and I'm not doing that because that was a horrible activity. Oh, and then I found a bin. This is an old storage bin I've had for like 20 years ish. That is 16 and a half inches is square, basically. And this inner keep is 16 inches. So, and it comes in a box, like it has got an enclosure, so it's stackable. So that will go in the car too, just to be safe. But and I still have to figure out a box for my actual keep that's just sitting on top of here. So yeah, and then moved everything. I took most of the modules away, moved everything over, and this is where I'm planning to do the green space, which I started laying out and then realized, wait, that is not 2 feet by 8 feet. That is 36, or that's 30 inches, so 2.5 feet by 8 feet. So I ended up realizing it and switching over. So that's the size of the expansion. These two plates in the very end actually would go out into the air here. So, and that's kind of what I was working on this week. Oh, my kid works at a sod farm, and this is the house that they own on the farm. It's just, they're still building it, but it's just nestled along the trees, and I really like that kind of a look. And it's August. What's wrong with this picture?
Change picture, please. There's
okay.
Too much color.
That's another tree. There's like 3 trees in my neighborhood that are coloring, and I do live for a little further north, so it happens. I also built the 10 of the 4.
Yeah, I haven't seen yet color leaves in Quebec. So, and I was at my land. I was in my land this weekend, and
there
was none.
Yeah, it just started. Like I noticed that on Monday, so it's just starting here. And my crabs, my crabs. yeah, that was my week basically. So
yeah, we have to figure out that in probably 4 months. No, it's 4 months and a few days. It's gonna be Christmas already.
yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. And I'm doing this to honor David Sincere and Matt. I'm eating Dorito because there's a joke about Doritos in our chat, and now I don't want to eat it because I'm talking. But anyway,
I'm
so
gonna
I
close
virtually
my
brought a
eyes.
ball down because I was going to play a trick on them, but they're not here, man. So yeah, and and I also my kid wanted for his female friend. I don't know if they're boyfriend girlfriend yet. He wanted a Lego set for her. So he said on the weekend, Dad, can you buy me one of the bouquet sets, like one of the floral sets? And I'm like, yeah, we can do that. And I'm like, do you mind if we wait for a few days? Because I think there's a gift with purchase, which later news. Spoiler to the later news. There's currently 2 gift with purchases available. Should still be available. The 3-in-1 unicorn, and then this is a repeat one, but I think it was $220 or something like that. So the bouquet was like 70, $80, and I'm like, I could probably just throw another set in there and just something off my list. So I did end up getting a fairly big set, which is what I wanted, which is the new Quinjet set. This one retires at the end of the year. So I'm trying to get all the ones that are retiring because I'm that far behind in buying sets because there's too many sets and they're too expensive. So
there's a guy talking about sets. The Disney Castle. There's a Disney Castle at Walmart in my hometown. Normally was 139. It was at discount price for $30. I couldn't believe it, and it was on a local Quebec chat group.
Okay.
And people posted, how many is there? And the girl said that there's 3. So hurry up. Like there's another girl says, well, I'm already there within 10 minutes. And it was not on the Walmart website. Yeah. It was really for that specific Walmart. And when that girl came 15 minutes after, none was gone. But if I would have been a place of that lady, I would have shut up and bought all the 3 of them and sold them for I think it
I'm
was
trying
a
to think
Disney
what
Castle.
costs
Hold on.
130.
Was it the Disney Castle or hold on? I'll go and grab it back.
I don't think there's a. Oh, maybe one of the maybe one of the.
Yeah, I think it was the
one maybe
that one. Yeah, I think it was that one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the figs alone are probably worth $30 or $40. See, now I want to pull that up 43,205. I want to part out that set just to see.
It was 43.
43,205. This is what we do. We don't talk about news. No, we figure out how much it costs, how much a set is to part out.
Let me check. I think it was. Yeah, that was the 43,205. That's for $2. $30, and people were questioning. It says, "Are you sure it's not well placed?" And people said, "Look at the price tag," and it was really the right number.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the figs are $9, $9.86, so $8.96, $9.86, $5.80, $12.36, and $9.58.
See, just with the figs, if you part it out and sell them,
$40.
Yeah.
And to actually part out the set, because it's amazing how much sets part out for. I'm just running through the process, so that'll take a minute, and I realized that you guys can't actually see what I was showing there because wrong screen size. Should have been that way. Although I felt like this one came with more figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I thought there was one that came with like a lot more figures.
Yeah,
but maybe
it's at the end of the run, $30 for $130 set.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, jump on it.
It's like picking a 2-penny sets at Walmart when they are taking them off the shelves.
When they mark them for clearance, and that one's only got 4. Let's just see here. The apples alone are 23 cents a piece. Set sells for 170 if you part it out. So, I mean, that's usually what I say. If the set sells, if the price of the set is 3 times less than, so a $30 or a $30 set, if I can part it out for 100,
it's 4 times, yeah.
for 90 to 120, I'll definitely buy it and do it. But that's usually my threshold. So yeah, that would have been one of mine too. It's like, yep, buying it. Although question is, will some of those parts sell, right? Because there are some parts in here that are probably like the larger panels. Just trying to find some. Like some of these things might not sell as quickly. But who knows?
Well, there's always somebody to buy something.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
always somebody building a castle somewhere.
Are you making fun of me? Because it's true.
No, not at all.
No, it's true though. There is always someone building a castle somewhere. Why don't we jump into the news? First up, this actually dropped on August 14th, which was our last chat. I don't think we talked about it.
Nope.
Which is the Lego Ideas Mallard, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just awesome.
That's awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
I would buy it definitely.
Yeah. I'm not one for buying like wildlife type things, but when I was a kid, we had a pond in front of our farm, and we had ducks in there all the time. Like mallards would land all the time and stuff. So, so this is by Ambient 523. The life-size build features a lifelike appearance of a duck that can be used as a decorative decoy. Please don't put it in the water; will not float. And don't get it confused because you don't want to shoot it.
Don't go hunting with it.
Yeah. I'm guessing that the neck moves. It's hard to tell. No, it might not.
May not.
It might be static.
Let's scroll down.
Well, it looks like it's always in the same angle.
Yeah, I don't think it moves.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to. I just was wondering, if it would. It does not fly. All those caveats. Next up, there's Lego Ideas Donkey Kong achieved 10,000 supporters as well. Wow. This one, I'm surprised they haven't actually made it as a Lego set in the first place. So if you, this is by If You Build, or If You Build It. It's the latest project that's 10,000. 800 piece build is based on the original 1981 video game and features a stage with a brick built Donkey Kong and a minifigure of Pauline. So, yeah. Nintendo doesn't seem to like minifigures. I know they did the Zelda ones. The Zelda characters are minifigs. Anyways, we'll talk about that later on with our news. But yeah, okay. Next up, last idea set is the Downton Abbey, the Highclere Castle. I can understand how this one got voted because there's probably a lot of people that are fans of the show. This is by Burrow 3. The build features the castle from the highly popular television series, and that has 5 main rooms and 6 smaller rooms, and way too many minifigures. This becomes a set. I would buy it for the parts, and like those figures are pretty decent. Like if we got different, 19th century type prints on figures, I could see that being very handy. So,
but there's too many minifigures. I don't think it's
yeah.
Yeah, they probably. If it turns into a set, there will be probably 1/3 of those figures in.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. But anyways, regardless, it's still kind of an interesting looking set. There's the back of it with the 5 rooms, and I guess these are the 3, the smaller ones they were mentioning, although it doesn't seem to open up or anything. Apparently, Celine Dion is playing somewhere. And apparently I care because it's coming up as an article for me anyway. Because I don't.
Yeah, right. You did some research on Celine and you wanted to.
Nope.
Take a kayak. Oh, sorry.
Not something I would have done. So we were talking a couple of weeks ago about the Olympian Sammy Sullivan, the American athlete for rugby, who they won, she was in an interview after the Olympics and she was saying how much of a Lego fan she was. And sure enough, Lego ended up sending her a cool poster with her as a minifigure, her jersey number, some other French-related Olympic stuff on there as well. With we heart you, Sammy, or we heart you too, Sammy. And they sent her an Eiffel Tower because that's the one set she asked for. I would love for Lego to send me the Eiffel Tower because I've now seen it in person and I want it. So why not PR gig, right? Gives them both some press. So yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything here that I didn't say. And they sent it in a huge box with lots of packing peanuts and shavings and everything. It wasn't like a regular Lego order box. So you can tell it didn't come from the regular warehouse. Yeah, included a framed Lego minifigure poster of her, as well as the Lego Eiffel Tower that she's been eyeing. You can just see the joy that Sammy has on her face when she pulls out the item and after making a mess. Whatever your dreams are in life, you can achieve them, is what she ended up saying there. So, and it came with like a nice big Lego sticker without the like still fresh without being attached to a box or anything as well. So yeah, she posted this on Instagram. So you know, if you want to watch the unboxing, go check it out. But I thought it was funny. It was kind of fun to see. All right, next up, Lego has announced that they're building a Lego hub in Copenhagen in the post-Bayern region of the city, which is a newer development from what I'm understanding. The building, the new hub will open in 2027. Lego will be the sole occupant of this building, this stamp, and will offer 30,000 square meters spread out on 9 floors and has space for 1,500 employees. So Lego is not moving their main offices from Billund, but they are trying to be more centralized to, you know, obviously the largest city in Denmark. So yeah, there was something else in here. The new hub hadn't been built yet. I remember hearing, yeah, it's a building currently under construction close to the Copenhagen Central Station. So, and that means that their population, like they already have. Oh yeah, the Lego headquarters in Billund has more than 5,900 people, and are based. Sorry, the new hub will be in addition to its growing headquarters in Billund, where more than 5,900 people are based, and investments are ongoing in the 2 new campuses. So
I'm
that's a
just
lot of
looking
people.
at the next sentence. What he said. It is important to get to the Lego group to have inspiring workplace in the best location to continue to attract the right talent.
Yeah.
I think by that they're saying that they have issues getting people working in Billund.
Well, yeah, no one wants to go to Billund because it's like so far away from the main hubs, and it's like I think 2 or 3 hour drive. And
Yeah.
trains, there's not the best access into Billund, so I mean it makes sense. I mean, I get that they want to keep their original hub as well because you know
It's
Lego's
all where
probably
it
keeping that
started.
city alive, right? So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting for sure. Maybe they'll have something there that for people to visit when they come to Copenhagen too. Who knows? Probably not, but you know, it's possible. There's a new app on the app stores now for Lego Play, which I'm assuming ties into the magazine rename. So they've basically rebranded, or they've released a new Play app, which replaces Lego Life app. There we go. Lego Play is more of a rebrand app that has more things to offer, such as mini games, a creative canvas, a Lego avatar creator, and more. It's a separate app it's a separate app than Lego Life. So you'll have to download it and download the new one and delete the old one since it's no longer supported. However, you can still use your current Lego Insider login, and any content that was previously created will be migrated over. So if anybody has the Lego Life app, you can go get the Lego Play app now. All right, next up, Bricklink Designer Program Series 5 winners have been announced. So as mentioned in the past, Bricklink has an open contest where you can submit designs. We talked about the Series 6 a couple of weeks ago, saying that you weren't allowed to do certain types of builds now. You weren't allowed modulars, and only 1 fig for every 300 pieces or something like that. That they were tightening down a little bit on the restrictions, but for this Series 5, they've announced 5 projects from the hundreds of submissions that will be made into sets sometime after the crowdfunding phase, which will commence in June 2025. So get excited, but just realize that it's going to be like 10 months, 9 months, 10 months from now before you can even purchase the set, and you won't get it probably till 2026. So this is actually from Brick Set because I figured the pictures would be a little bit bigger. So the first one here is where's the name? Oh, the Thieves of Tortuga. So a pirate-based mock of a small pirate village, Tortuga, by the Krakenator. Next up, we have, and a lot of people are happy about this because this is kind of a continuation of the previous Mushroom House that came out, and I think it was Series 2. This is the Mushroom Village by Jonas Karam. It's the same guy who built the original Mushroom House. So a little village here. It's kind of cute and adorable. Next up, we have a antique shop by that one guy, Steve, which is a cool looking shop. There's not really any details of the insides or anything on this site. It was,
a nice one.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if you go to the Bricklink Designer program, you can probably see a few other shots of those buildings. Next up, we have a Adventure in Transylvania by Sleepless Nights, so kind of a Dracula castle type thing, which is kind of spooky, and cool. I can see a lot of Batlord lovers buying into this one. Rich, I know isn't watching, who's one of my friends from Atlanta, but he's a Batlord lover. Or Bat Knights? Batlord Knights? I forget what they're called. But anyways, this one I really like as well, which is the popcorn cart, which is a popcorn wagon by Michter, which is a smaller set. So,
interesting. It's simple. It's cool.
It's something no one's ever done before. And it kind of could be modular. Like it wouldn't be much to build around it to build some streets or something or whatever. So those are the 5. Again, not available to buy until June. They will probably do 30,000 copies again. I'm thinking this one might sell out quickly. I'm thinking the popcorn. I think most of these might actually.
That one and the castle is gonna. The Dracula one are gonna sell very quickly.
The antique shop as well.
Yeah, the antique shop. I think so.
I think the mushroom. I think most of them are going to sell out. I think because in the last series that we just had, I think 2 of them never actually got the 30,000. And I'm not sure about how many pirate fans there are. So I mean, I think all of these have a good chance of selling out 30,000, but who knows, right?
Some faster than others.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Next up, so yeah, I already kind of showed you this. The 3-in-1 mythical Pegasus and the flower pots. So they did have 2 different levels of purchase. The flower pot was 150 US. The mythical penguin mythical penguin, the mythical penguin Pegasus was $100 gift with purchase. Let me just jump into the Canadian store here and just get the actual CA. Yeah, so $130 for the Pegasus, and the other one sold out, I think. Oh no, there it is. That was the flower pots only with online. So hold on, let me just click on this guy because I have the sales and deal picture up here. Hello. Oh, they're there. Yeah, $195 for the flower pot and $130 for the Pegasus, and it's for any set. Like there was no limitation. The only limitation was not standard pick a brick parts. So I mean, if you're already going to the $130, it's not that much, like $65 to get the other one as well.
Small sets.
Yeah, well, $25 sets if you were to sell them off, maybe. But I mean, it helps. And if you don't want to get them, you can always wait till convention time and go to a convention and buy them there, because people usually do that. They sell the gift with purchases off of conventions to people that couldn't get them. Especially the nice popular ones. Okay, another gift with purchase that was announced, one of 3 that was announced for September 1st, is the Borgen and Burke's Flu Network revealed. This ties in with the bigger set that was announced as well, which I'll get into in a minute. This comes with a Lucius Malfoy minifigure, fireplace portal, and into the Magic Transportation System. That's 190-piece set, will be most likely available. Coincide with the Back to Hogwarts Day event, which will begin on September 1st. There's some more pictures of it here as well. So Harry Potter, in case no one realized what it was, because I don't think I said the Harry Potter set.
Well, very easy to figure out.
Yeah, well,
I'm not too Harry Potter. Honestly, I haven't watched. I'll be bashed, but I haven't watched any of the shows, any of the the movies at all.
They're pretty good. But they're good movies.
No, I know, I've heard, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've never watched them.
Well, I mean, no reason to necessarily. So also revealed was the Weasley clock, which is basically a clock that shows all the Weasley family characters that Etienne doesn't really know other than the Lego sets.
Fine.
Now I'm just gonna bug you about that. And their locations at any given time type thing. Now this is like just basically like one of the coins. It's a small type stand with this on here. There's nothing really Lego on it other than the pictures. So it's anyways, there's yeah. So
Hey, I
also
do
will
have
probably,
those some Harry Potter sets, by the way, Jeff.
oh yeah, well they're good castle sets and
Yeah.
stuff. They haven't made a fire truck yet for Harry Potter.
No, I know,
There
but I
hasn't
have
been
the
a fire
Winter
truck.
Village one.
Oh yeah, those are good. Whenever sorry, I'm just reading this to see if there's anything in here that's of interest. Not really. I think I covered most of it. And then there's technically a third gift of purchase, which is just one of the Harry Potter poly bags as well. That neither of these articles talk about, but that is also kind of tied into the announcement of this set, which is the Burrow, which is the Weasley family home, which is valued at or 2,405 pieces, and will be selling for 339 Canadian, which is pretty high considering the price count or the piece count. 339 for 2,405. American 259 to 240 or 2,400 pieces is more accurate as 10 cents a piece, but yeah, available like I said September 1st. So this is the legendary Weasley family home and the dream house for Muggles. With the Muggles are humans that don't have magic, just so you know. I'm just gonna be an ass now. With the collector edition set, Lego Harry Potter: The Burrow Collector's Edition is a whimsical design with intricate details. This replica of the Weasley family home transports fans to the magic and charm of this iconic location. So it splits in half, and there's basically bedrooms for all the main characters that are living in the house, as well as a kitchen and living room, and also a chimney with the Floo network that has the same thing that that other gift for purchase, like the other end type thing, or one of the other ends of that gift for purchase. So, and yes, it's a crooked house on purpose because it's magical. So it comes with two piggies as well. They have a pigsty. And then, like I said, the two gift of purchases, the Bergens and Block Floo network, the collectible Weasley clock as well. And this, the gift of purchases are basically for anything, not just for this set. When you spend over $130 on Harry Potter sets, you get that Floo network set. And the Weasley clock will also be a gift when you buy the Burrow. So if you buy the Burrow, you get that little metal clock stand. Or like I said, spend 130 US on any Harry Potter set during that September 1st to 10th weekend while supplies last, and you can get this set at least, which is probably the better deal. So,
so
yeah.
easy to spend.
Hmm?
I've made it so easy to spend a lot of money, this week with all the gifts purchased, and then in 2 weeks this Harry Potter and.
Yeah, like the two gift for purchases that I got, I wasn't going to buy anything, but then my kid was like, "Hey, Dad, can I buy this set for my girl?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." And then it's like, well,
why
I
not?
was eventually going to get that Quinjet anyhow, and that brought me like $5 over the amount, so fine. But I got Bumblebee last week because of the 10% or the double VIP points one. So next week they'll probably end up making me spend more money. They keep forcing us to spend money, man.
Well, they realize how easy we can spend.
Well, yeah. It's like, oh, if we give them something funny or something with value, they'll buy more. And they're 100% right. All right.
Great marketing.
Speaking of something that I don't know has value, and I might get hurt for this, but the 2025 sets for Super Mario and Animal Crossing have been revealed. And as I predicted last year when we got that banana piece, or earlier this year, we got the banana piece and we got a vehicle for Mario that had one of the characters in it. I can't remember. I'm like, Mario Kart's coming. And so, 100% right on that one. At Gamescom 2024, Lego has revealed several new Nintendo sets slated for release next year. This was in Germany. So this brings Nintendo's icon Mario Kart franchise to the world of Lego bricks for the very first time. The addition of Mario Kart adds an entirely new dimension to the Lego Super Mario experience, in which digital and physical play collide in the most spectacular fashion together. What's more, the new sets feature some of Super Mario's best-known characters, including Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Toad, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and Baby Peach. The Lego Super Mario Kart sets were originally teased as part of the Lego Group's Mario Day, or March 10th Day celebrations in March. And today's reveal provides Mario Kart fans and Lego builders their first full look at the new, highly anticipated products launching January 1st. Each set is designed to ensure that the Lego brick versions offer a fun way to experience the Mario Kart universe. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so first up we have Yoshi's Bike, 133 pieces, $14.99 US. And this is where my annoyance starts because they're not minifig scale. They are brick built.
All the Marios are not minifig scales.
No, nothing's minifig scale. They're brick built. Which I mean, I get. I think they're still to the scale of the big computer figures. They still have barcodes on some of the parts, so obviously they're going to be used with those Mario and Luigi and Princess Peach scanners. There is a mini turtle here though that I think is new, like a new turtle shell. The banana peel we had seen before, but they've now printed the faces on it. This was the one thing that I thought right as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, Mario Kart's coming.
And the turtle shell, you have also a red one.
Yeah, there's a red one as well, which, it's in this set too. It's just, it's on the back. And they fit into one of the stud shooters. So you can fire them off, which, I mean, for gameplay, for fun and play, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure, was it you that mentioned? Oh, someone mentioned that the wheels are all plastic in these sets. It looks like they don't have rubber wheels in most of them. Can't remember who that was that mentioned it. But all right, next up is the standard cart, 147 pieces with Pit Crew Toad, $19 US. So this is, to me, is the iconic Mario Kart car. So I think this is pretty much the first one you start with.
I think that's the closest one to be close to minifig.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it's like, these are basically like minion figure scale, because they have arms, but they're like the cylinder bodies. And it's like, so close, but not quite. I mean, I don't know how these characters will look if they were minifigs, to be honest. And I also wonder if Nintendo has some kind of rule against Lego making minifigs in them because of licensing, maybe, of some other thing, or maybe
they're going to have a series.
Yeah, well, that's the hope too. But I'm also wondering if there's any, because I'm pretty sure like Mario or Nintendo licensed out Mario to maybe one of the other building block companies in the past. And maybe they don't want to get them confused. I don't know. Or they just want to keep it all at the same scale for the
other sets.
Scanners. Yeah, I don't know. But again, harder plastic wheels at the looks of it. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jumbo, $34.99 set, $34.99 US. So this is Donkey Kong's, looks like a mine cart of some sorts. Again, with the turtle shells and the bananas. And like Donkey Kong, I think is probably pretty much the same size, I would guess, as the former Donkey Kong sets.
And the tie. He has a tie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the tie. Baby Mario and Baby Luigi at $29. These are all at least decently priced, like $30-ish US sets.
I don't like the face.
No, Luigi and this Mario is where it's
like, they're ugly.
Yeah, and they're touting this as Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, so yeah, it is to larger figures. But yeah, like they have those similar rounded bodies, and then they have a squared off head, and I'm like, I mean, I like that they're going this way, but anyways. And lastly is Toad's Garage. I think this is the last one. No, this is the second last one. $39.99 US. Pit Crew Blue Toad, 2 Blue Toad Pit Crew characters. Again, different tires, but again, they look like they're all the harder plastic tires. I don't know why I'm drawn to that and keep on saying that, but I guess those will they slide easier on roads? I don't know.
So, yeah, sliding, but if gripping, not at all.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think
So. Exactly. And last but not least is the Baby Peach and the Grand Prix set. This is the largest one at $80. Comes the Baby Peach, Lemmy, and Toad, which again, more of the iconic vehicles from the game and like the start line as well, and an announcer as well. They didn't mention the announcer, probably because he doesn't have a name. So, and then as I was scanning through articles, there's also, I'll get back to that scanning through articles comment. There's also 3 new Animal Crossing sets joining. First one is Stargazing with Celeste, which is $9.99 and 78 pieces. This character looks pretty cool because it's an owl. And please don't say who, because, anyway. Then we also have Leaf's Caravan and Garden Shop at $29.99. Which, a couple of characters with this one, a little caravan. And lastly, there was the Able Sisters clothing shop at $39.99, which comes with Mabel and Sasha. I guess those are the Able Sisters. Interesting thing I noticed is they are using the door again. Well, not in this set. Ooh, an orange door. Anyway, they are reusing that door again, but they've only used that window piece that they had created for these sets in 1 or 2 other sets. So I'm surprised that they're not using that, and I'm wondering if there's a reason. Maybe because these sets you can't customize, or in the game you can't customize these buildings or something. And the whole idea with those windows is that you could customize your home. So yeah, these will all be available on January 1st, 2025. And yeah, like I said, I was going through some of the other news articles, and I found something from Brick Fanatics where they're actually comparing the Lego build to the actual Mario Kart vehicles. And they do pretty good. I mean, they're pretty close to the actuals. I mean, other than the fact that
the color,
different colored.
The colors, yeah.
The colors, yeah. The colors of the figure and the tires. Obviously, they can't do rainbow tires, although it is plastic. They could. Mario Karts, or the Mario's Kart as well. I can totally see it in here with the curve here and stuff. So
no, that one's the closest one too.
Yeah. Yep. So, Donkey Kong's vehicle. I mean, you can't see. Oh, it's a barrel. Okay. You can't really see the back end of this one. Oh, that is the front end. Sorry, my bad. And then the Biddy Buggy and Tri-Speeder. Again, fairly close. Hard to kind of tell by the picture, but B Dasher, which is that car. So, I mean, they've done pretty good to match the original vehicles to this scale. Anybody want to buy a Nissan Sentra? They've got a sale on. Anyway. I am looking at car information, so that doesn't surprise me, but I'm not going at sedans. So anyway, New Elementary has they've done a parts review of the helicarrier. We'll just quickly look through this. Just some of the recolors of parts in light bluish gray, some of our favorite colors, some of my favorite colors, I guess, maybe. I don't know if it's your favorite color. You like red and white and maybe yellow if you're building an airport.
Orange.
Orange.
I like orange.
I'm going to shut up now because I'm being very judgmental.
No, well, you're almost on target. At least red and orange and.
Yeah. I don't know what you. I mean, I know you collect fire trucks. I'm assuming you collect other things as well. But
no, I do have a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Technique trucks and planes and trains.
Yeah, I hear you there. So some rarer parts that are available in other sets, but are also available in this set. The helicarrier sticker sheet, which has been a complaint by a lot of people because basically every runway piece is stickers and they all kind of line up to each other. So you have to place the stickers like perfectly. I've actually heard people say don't put the stickers on the set until you've built the things around it. Because, like if this one sticker here doesn't line up properly with this sticker, it's going to look weird, right? Like this is probably 3 or 4 stickers along here. So. And then they talk about the build, which, if you're going to build it, you're going to build it. They also did a quick review on the Pegasus, which is a 3-in-1. So you can also build a couple of birds, parrot, and, if only I had the set here that I could look what it says. Oh, it doesn't say. Little dragon and some kind of a a dove or something. It doesn't actually say what they are. Anyway, I don't know if there's any actual good pieces in here, so I haven't looked at this article at all. Oh, okay. Some recolors. Oh, with no recolored pieces, of course, no new molds, as is the creator sets. There are just a few rarer elements to enjoy. So I don't have many of this brick in general, so.
Never seen that one in my end.
Hmm?
I don't have it at all in any colors.
Yeah, I think I have it in like one or two. I think I have one or two of them in my collection. They're a newer piece, so. And then they just talk about the builds and stuff. So, I mean, some nice tan pieces in there for sure. And lastly, they did a review of the Lamborghini V12 Vision GT supercar. This one has a lot of sand green or olive green elements, and some new the
Colors.
flat gold ones, or the whatever the gold color is called, pearl gold, I guess. So a lot of the new wedge pieces that have come out recently are now in the olive green. Yeah, the brackets and the hinge pieces, like I was saying, in the pearl gold color. This guy is fairly new in black.
Is it an interesting part to build castle, that one, or?
Yeah. I've already had a few uses for this piece. Like, I have a few in my collection, and I've already thought, yeah, I could see this being useful. For sure. And then recolors with printing. So, and then they also printed on the rims as well, to get the right color. And then some nice prints for the rims, for the wheel covers, and some vents and stuff. This is the weirdest one, because this is the light color, and then they've printed olive on top of it. And then lots of stickers. And then the figure. Okay. So you can kind of see there the lights. They've just kind of printed on top of it to cover most of it up, but it's kind of interesting. All right. Like I said, we don't normally do a lot of Brothers Brick articles, but I did see this scene and kind of had to gawk over it for a few minutes. This does not seem like a stable build to me, but as a castle lover, I can totally see this being a beautiful little scene.
It is.
Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that one. And last but not least, we have the new sets added to the 2024 list from Brickset. So this one at the cat bike I've never seen. I'm guessing this is a kind of gift for purchase or buildable set or something for dreams. I've never seen it before. There's a new book that's going to be available shortly called the Lego Builders Handbook. Become a Lego Master Builder. And then the new Wicked sets that we talked about last week. But I did realize that now we have a 2025 list as well that has all the new Mario sets and the new Animal Crossing sets as well. That's all that's in the 2025 list at this moment. But we're getting to the point now where we're getting sets for 2025. So kind of crazy.
Yeah. And you wanted me to shut up when I said that Christmas is in 4 months.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, I just because it's that far. Yeah. I mean, it's not that far
It's around the corner, man.
I know.
It's right around the corner.
It's crazy. Well, just more that I have too much to do between now and Christmas. Like, we have an event, we have a show in 3 months that, and I'm just starting to build my last big expansion for that. So
I'll be starting next week to build my fire sets back.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I haven't.
I'm so fan of firefighters, and I've been since a kid, and I'm doing some voluntary work with the local firefighter in my hometown, and every year they do the firehouse, one open house, open door for the firehouse, and I wrote to them this. I said, hey, would you mind if I bring like Lego fire sets, and have a table or two? And he said, well, it could be an idea. And they wrote me last week. It says, yeah, we've reserved you 2 tables inside, and please bring some of your sets.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice for the families.
Yeah.
So
kids will love looking at them. Hopefully not touching, but looking at.
Well, that's my scary boy. And I won't bring my oldest one, because they're more fragile. And I'll bring probably older ones, but not the oldest one. Not the ones from the 70s and 80s.
No, not the 80s ones.
Well, maybe late 80s, but not the early 80s.
I had the I think it was a ladder truck from '82 ish. That was one where the cart on the front, like the vehicle on the front, and then it's got the swivel
Yep,
and
I
the
I do have that one.
yeah. That was one of my favorites. And I had the fire helicopter from around that same year, the completely brick built helicopter as well. So I loved those as a kid playing with them. But you know, I grew out of the fireman stage myself. Not trying to be any rude or anything. I'm just saying you know,
No.
I didn't really see many fire trucks when I lived in the country and stuff.
Well, usually when there was, in countries when you have one, there's more because barns or stables are burning down, and
yeah. Luckily, we didn't have a lot.
It's not fun when you're seeing one.
Yeah. But anyways, I know you mentioned that you wanted to head out after a while, so if you're good, we can just end the chat now.
Yeah, I've seen the time is good. I wasn't speaking too much, but I was more listening tonight.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I mean, no, honestly,
keeping me company. That's awesome.
Well, sometimes better two than one.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, it gives someone a chance to eat a Dorito. This is only my second one.
Okay, so next time I'll bring my full bag of Doritos.
The fact that I brought Doritos and no one, said anything. Hold on, I'm just going to do a screen capture here. Hold on. I can do that now. I'm doing the screen capture right now because my screen is currently frozen. There. Okay. Now I'm going to post that on our group chat because I can. Because the two people who would bug me about Doritos weren't there. And I just did. Anyways, we'll call it a night. Thanks everybody for coming out.
That was it.
And
no, I said good night.
Yep. Happy building, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Probably be more set news because we're getting closer to the end of the year. There's always sets to get announced coming, for Black Friday and things like that. Probably not yet, but we'll have some new set announcements soon, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, have a good night, and we will talk to you guys later. I'm in the stream, so see ya.